Strategic management of multinational corporations. Part 1. What is stockholder and stakeholder?
The introduction of agency problem, and let's start from stakeholders. We could just explain stockholders. Let's take a look. Stockholders are companies' legal owners, right? And providers of risk capital, because they add money to your firm, but you are not certain of making profit, so their capital investment is on risk. And of course, you can raise capital from banks, from some institutions who can lend you money, but a major source of capital to operate a business is really the stockholders. Okay, and what do stockholders expect to get return? They want to run. They want this firm operations get more competitive, so that they can make profit and they can enjoy their return by dividend distribution, dividend payment, 股利的发放. So stockholders receive their returns from two ways. The first way is dividend payment, and the second way is capital appreciation in market value. What does it mean? If you want to hold your stock for long times, and then you can receive the dividend payments every year, and you don't need to worry about every day's up and down of the stock price. If you are some kind of the investors who want to risk themselves on the stock trading, so they want to have their capital appreciation in market value, which means you always want to buy low and sell high. Yeah, different motivations drive the stockholders to buy the firm stock or to invest on the firm. But normally, we would say maximizing long-run profitability and profit growth is actually the best way to maximize returns to shareholders, either through dividend payment or through capital appreciation. So that's from stockholders. So stockholders are the owner of the company, but the operation of the firm will cast different impacts on different individuals and groups. So stake 就是有关系的那个东西叫 stakeholders 利害关系人. Stakeholders may be individuals or groups, and they have an interest or stake in the company. So what usually you have stakeholders. You will have internal stakeholders like stockholders, employees, managers, board members. So these are within the no problem for stockholders because they are the legal owners of the company. But what about the other individuals within the firm, like employees, like managers or board members? So they have contributions to the company, and of course they want to receive the return, or the company's behavior will certainly have impacts on the internal stakeholders. But on the other hand, there are, of course, some external stakeholders because what the company is doing is always making impact on someone, like customer, like your suppliers, like your creditors, or governments, unions, 工会, local communities, and general public. So external stakeholders are those stakeholders outside of the firm. So it's very intuitive to think of customers, and if you do well, then you are able to provide more innovative, more cheaper quality products and service, so that your customers will be happy, and your suppliers always cooperate with you to offer their materials and components for you to further assemble into the end products. And creditors are the lenders. Creditors 就是债权人. Creditors are the public institutions, maybe banks or other financial institutions who can lend you capital.
Part 2. What is the goal of the firm?
So there are always questions for the goal of a firm. We before today's topic, we always think of a firm is one entity. it seems like the firm can just like an individual person, and they can make the decision in a very certain way without any doubt, and have no objections from any others. But in fact, we always have the conflicts of interest, because the shareholders or stockholders' interests may not align with the interests of stakeholders. You want to, for example, you have a factory and you want to expand the capacity, so you need to run the factory 24 hours and 7 days a week. But the noise or the pollution produced will make the local community unacceptable, because during the night the machine in your factory are still running, and they will make many noise and even vibration of the building drum. So you are not able to have a good sleep at night. So for the firm, it can to fully utilize their assets and running the factory 24 hours per day is good for stockholders or shareholders, but it's not good for the external stakeholders like local community, or even now we are during the difficult time of the pandemic, and many firms require their employee to come to company, or they need to, for some worker, they need to stay together. For example, like they do some indoor furniture production. So more than 5 people will gather in one room and to make the furniture for the building. But in today's pandemic, it is dangerous to have a cluster of people working in a closed space, in a closed room. So for a company, the interest of the company is to stay in the normal operation, but for employee, they may need more protection, and they are not able to work in a group, so that they will delay their task, so they are not able to finish their contract on time, and maybe they will miss the contract, so that they have to receive penalty from the original buyer. Yeah, so there are oftentimes have conflicts of interest from different parties. Okay, so the goal of the firm induce many questions. So the goal of the firm is a consolidated goal or conflicting interest, and is the goal of the company make money, make a profit, or the vision of the firm is to make a difference and change. And even they want to make a profit, or the goal of the firm should be only focused on the short term, or should be taken into consideration over the long run period of time.